Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Rizano, and this is another episode of the world famous, the University Love, the best podcast in one, two, three galaxies. But, ladies and gentlemen, you and I, we just call this show Online Marketing Moves, and we are coming to you live today. Today is April the 17th, 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, it is windy. I am outside recording. It is windy. The traffic is coming and going. So, ladies and gents, if you hear background noise, that's it. Okay? But today we have something very important to talk about. We are going to talk about finding diamonds in your backyard. Now, I read this book once. It's a short book called Acres in the Diamond in the Acres by Russell Cromwell. Okay? And basically the story goes, there was a farmer sold his farm to somebody, and he went off to go look for diamonds. And the whole time there were diamonds already in the back of his farm. He didn't look for them back there. He went out to the world, didn't find any, went broke. The guy who bought his farm found diamonds and became rich. And what that all that just means is, are you looking, in your backyard? Are you looking in your house? Is there ways that you can make money inside your house? Are there things that you don't want anymore that you can sell? Is there do you have a swimming pool in your backyard? Do you have a garage that you can store items in that you can sell? What can you do inside? What do you have inside your house? What do you have around you that you can sell or you can provide a service and make money? A lot of times, you know, we have this notion of, I need to go out here and I need to go do this and I need to go do that, and I need to, for the longest time, I always thought, when things I always thought for the longest time I had been driving trucks for a while, and I always thought, man, I gotta get on the road and make some money. I gotta get on the road and make some money, and that was my attitude for a while. But I come to realize that no matter what, I had to trade in all of my time, all of my, you know, I had to trade in 24 hours a day, for like 2, 3 weeks at a time to make a decent living. And when I after I broke it down, it's like, all right, I'm making like just minimum wage, really. When you think about the time that you sleep on the truck, the time that you drive, the time that you sit and wait, you break it down hour by hour, you realize there ain't a lot of money in truck driving. And so after I come to all that realization, I thought, you know what, there's there's other ways to make money, and this and driving over the road all the time, it wasn't it. Okay, so I figured that out, and I said, all right, I'm gonna do something different. I gotta do something else, and sometimes it takes a while for you to realize, hey, you can make money right there at home. You can make money in your backyard. You have diamonds back there, you don't even know it. I was thinking one day, me and my wife, we have a pool, and I thought to myself, if push comes to shove, we can always rent out the pool. We get the backyard all fixed up. We can rent out the pool. We can, you know, has give people a time and say, hey, you can rent it for this amount of time, that amount of time. This, that, and the other. We have a lot of stuff in the garage that can sell. We started selling stuff a while back, and we made pretty good money. It's just different things that you can start doing in your own backyard, you know, to really start making making extra money, making money. You don't always have to feel like you need to leave, or feel like you have to go to a job. You 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 turn on your brain, you turn on your brain and you think, this is where the entrepreneur spirit in you comes out. You think, what can I do to start making more money for myself? Because at the end of the day, when you wake up every day and you want to live the entrepreneur life, you instead you can wear the hats, you can wear the t-shirts, all that is cool and everything, but the end goal is, how can I make money today? What can I do to make money today? And sometimes you don't even have to. Sometimes it's right. Sometimes it's right there in your own backyard. You have plenty of diamonds, and you don't even realize it. You have a computer. Sometimes you're like, all right, I can do this, I can do that. It's it's just a mental. It's just a mentality that you want to have to change your brain, change the way you think. If you're like me and you grew up and people told you, your whole your when you're growing up, hey, go get a job, hey, you know, get that paycheck and go do it again. Once you learn, I could do more. There's more I can do. There's more I can do with myself, for myself. I can create my own. I can create my own income. I can create my own sources of income. You learn that, you figure that part out, and you will always have the ability to generate money. Okay, and sometimes it's cool because you won't have to leave your house. You won't have to leave your neighborhood. You don't have to go very far. You won't have to punch in to a clock to generate money, because time, when you have to trade time in for money, it's cool and everything. But if you're like me and you work, I worked a lot of manual labor jobs. Not only are you trading in time for money, you're trading in physical. You trade in a lot of your physicality for money. And let me tell you something. Driving a truck, I know people like to think, hey, you're sitting there all pretty, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of bumping up and down the highway. It's bad on your back, bad for your hips, and whether you drive a truck, you dig ditches, you work on a farm, all of that is hard work. It's hard manual labor. And when you think to yourself, I gotta figure something else out. I gotta make some more money in some other kind of way. All you do, you stop, you look around your house, you say, hey, what can I do right here to make money? What can I do right here to generate income? I remember when I was a kid, I told this story before, but I like to tell this story. When I was a kid, I remember I tried to sell candy on my porch. You know, that was a way I said, "Ooh, I'm gonna make me some. I'm gonna make me some real money." And I wrote out a whole sheet, and I had a whole list, and I had this candy for this much, and this candy for that much, and I had made a couple bucks. I started to make a couple dollars, and then of course my lovely mom, she put the squadouche on that. She said, enough of that, kid. What are you doing? Don't be greedy. And I thought, come on, man. But, it is what it is. That was back then. I'm in a different time. I'm an adult now. So, I don't I don't take advice from anybody, you know, not when it comes to making money. But, um, you just have to turn on the more you turn on the entrepreneur brain, the easier life will be for you. And you figure out, this is what I want to do, this is where I want to go, this is how much money I want to make. I had these discussions with my wife, and we talk about house renovations. And I always laugh to myself when I'm done with the conversation, and then I'm out and about, and I think to myself, driving that truck would never get me the house renovations that I'm looking for. So how am I going to make the money? I gotta pull up diamonds in my own backyard. Okay, and I highly suggest if you want to make the kind of money that you want to make, you go to the mirror, you look at yourself, and you go, okay, self, it's me, it's you. Let's figure out how we're gonna make a boatload of money because that's the only way. You know, um, I remember I thought about this job. I had a job once, uh, about 20 years ago. It hasn't been 20. It's probably been 20. The last job I had before I started truck driving was I worked at a warehouse. I worked in a freezer, an ice cream freezer, and we packed ice cream on pallets. It was like Ben and Jerry's ice cream, all this different kind of ice cream. It was 20. It was 20 below in the freezer. It was like 90 degrees outside. I was still living in Missouri. It was hot, and I remember the first day I was in there working, and I'm like, man, it's cold in here, but it's nice. Then I walked outside in a big old. They give you these big old uh like overalls, insulated overalls. And I walked outside. It was hot. It was hot. It was hot, and I thought to myself, nah, this ain't gonna work. This is I'm gonna be sick as a dog in about a week, and I was sick in about 3 days. But I remember I was thinking about my pay, and I thought I'm making like 8, 9 bucks for this, and I was like, I am grossly underpaid. And I said, nah, I gotta do something different. And you know, whenever you think you're underpaid, whenever you think you're not getting the value that you want from a job, I highly suggest that you turn towards self, and you say, self, what are we gonna do to increase our value? What are we gonna do to really start making our own money? Because at the end of the day, you know, I didn't graduate college, so I already know, you know, I'm not gonna walk into anybody's job at this point and say, yeah, I need to make 250. I need to make $250,000. Now I got to create my own $250,000 scenario. You know what I mean? And so for you, I suggest you do the same. I suggest you look around. You know, in your backyard. You look around, you say, hey, what can I do? What kind of service I can provide? What type of things should I do? What type of business I can set up? What type of, you know, money making moves I need to make to really get started, to really get going? Because nobody's gonna, nobody's just gonna hand you a big old fat paycheck. The lottery, you waiting on the lottery, you'll be waiting forever. And so, create your own income, create your own diamonds. Okay, and so, ladies and gentlemen, all it boils down to is you want to be an entrepreneur. The end goal is not to say you're an entrepreneur. The end goal is to have money in the bank. Okay, that is the end goal. So you can be a entrepreneur or you can be a wannabe entrepreneur. I don't know what you want to do. You want to play businessman or you want to be businessman. Okay, that's the whole point of this message. There's a lot of people online playing businessman. A lot of people online giving, telling, hey, I do this, I do that. But we all know they probably don't. We all know they just trying to run a scheme or something. But, you and I, we are entrepreneurs. We are business people. We are out here on the daily hustle. Okay. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. We will be back tomorrow with all new episode of Online Marketing Moves. But until then, my name is Tony Rosano. Thank you for listening. God bless. And as always, everybody, peace.